My guest is Tiffany. Tiffany, why are you here?
Well, Steve, I have a 2-year-old son, and pretty much his whole life his father has not been around. We planned the pregnancy. He was with me through all the doctor's appointments, and once the baby was born, it was pretty much that my son was too white compared to his other 2 kids, and he said it looked like my ex, which...
Okay, so let's back up here. You planned a baby when you were 18 years old?
I know, it was stupid. He had already had one, and he said he wanted a baby with someone he was going to be with, and they have a family with that girl, and
all right.
I guess I was stupid and believed it.
All right, well, but you were young, and you wanted to be with him, right? All right, so you had the baby, and then he took off.
Yeah.
And he took off because he didn't think the baby was his?
No, he didn't take off. He got sent to jail a couple weeks before, actually.
So he was forcibly taken out.
Before we had our son, and...
so before the baby was born, he went to jail.
And I got him OR'd out for the day while I got induced.
So you got him out to see the baby. Mm-hmm. He sees the baby, and his reaction is?
That it looked like my ex.
Did you have sex with your ex?
I cheated on him one time. It was a couple months before I got pregnant, though. I had 2 cycles in between that time, and it just wasn't possible. I would have been pregnant 11 months.
But you did cheat on your boyfriend with your ex?
Yes.
So now you're a single young mother, and then you're 5 months pregnant again.
Right. And this baby's father's...
I mean, I'm going to let you explain. But was it a good idea to get pregnant right away again?
No, it wasn't at all. This baby's actually it's being adopted, which is a hard decision, but I know that it's already hard enough to be a single parent with one and struggle to worry how I'm going to take care of him. And sometimes you got to, if you make a mistake, I feel like I need to think of what's best for the baby and the people.
The guy that you had your first child with,
right.
Was he abusive to you? Was he hitting you?
He hit me only twice actually hit me twice in the face, but it was just more like verbal abuse.
Verbal abuse?
I don't know, I couldn't, sometimes he would take the phone, so I couldn't call my parents if we got in a fight.
And you're here today not because you want to be with him, right?
Right, no.
You're here today to find out if he's the father of your first child.
To show him he is the father. And
because you know he is.
Yeah.
But he has doubts, so you had him take a test. We gave him a test to show him that he is the father.
Yes.
Okay. Do you want him to be part of your son's life?
Yeah, more than anything. I mean, my dad wasn't around when I was growing up, and I know what it's like, and I feel like it's important for...
But you're talking, I know you're saying you want him to be part of your son's life, but here's a man that you say in your own words was abusive to you. Is that really a man that you want to be like a role model for your son?
No, not at all, but I mean, he has good sides too, and I've seen him with his...
Tell me the good sides, besides jail, abusive, all these other characteristics.
I mean, he is our son's dad, and I want my son to have his dad around, I think that's important.
All right, his name is Trent. Let's bring him out.
Man, we didn't never plan that baby. I don't know why y'all here lying in front of these people. We didn't never plan that baby.
Oh, you said we did. No, you said you wanted to kiss someone you was gonna be with. Don't lie.
No, you said you couldn't even get pregnant. You said you couldn't even get pregnant.
I did not say I couldn't get pregnant.
Okay, all right.
Take a step back. She's pregnant. Don't just take a step back.
You said you couldn't even get pregnant. Last 2 dudes you was with before me, you said you tried to get pregnant with them.
I didn't say I tried to do nothing. I said we had unprotected sex and I never got pregnant.
You never got pregnant, and you said
you wanted a kid with someone who you was going to be with.
I'm just saying we didn't plan the baby. That's what I'm saying.
I'm not saying we sat down and said let's have a baby, but you said you wanted to have a baby with someone you was going to be with, and if it happened, it happened, and it happened.
But you saying we planned the baby. That's what I'm saying. Hell, y'all wanted to have a baby with you. I always did for you. I love out of you.
True love. Did you ever hit her?
Yes, I did.
I should kick your ass right now.
Yeah, you should.
Yeah. I mean, what the hell are you hitting her for? Come on.
Problems, man.
Yeah, but problems. Everybody has problems. We don't hit our women.
Most of the guys, I was real jealous, you know.
Okay, even jealous. You watch my show? You ever seen it?
Yeah.
Okay, then what do I preach on my show? You don't touch women.
Yeah,
you don't put your hands on them.
Yeah.
And women. And just to be clear, women shouldn't be putting their hands on men either. Nobody should be putting their hands on anybody. But here's a woman you love. You never put your hands on her. You don't hit her, no matter what the reason is. If she's cheating on you, you break up and you move on. That's simple as that.
I never did it again after that, though. I learned.
Now, okay, why don't you apologize to us?
I'm sorry, I did apologize so many times. I'm sorry for hitting you and all that. Whatever
And you'll never do it again?
I'll never do it again.
Right.
I never did do it again.
All right. So she has the baby, right? And you look at the baby, and your reaction is, you're thinking...
Man, don't look like me. Man, as soon as I seen the head pop out, man, I just I knew who it looked like. I know it ain't funny,
Okay,
man.
no. But how is that possible? Babies, they could look like anything. How do you know when they're first born? I mean, seriously, when my daughter was born, she had black hair, black eyes. Oh, come on. That's not your son? You're going to tell me you look at the two of you, that's not your son? It looks like you.
Right?
I mean, am I wrong? Does that not look like him?
Well, I ain't seen him in a long time, you know. So I ain't seen what he look like now. I'm talking about when he first came out.
But that's what I'm saying, man. My daughter had black hair and black eyes. You know what she's now? She's got blonde hair and blue eyes. With baby coming out, you can't judge what they look like that minute.
Yeah, I know. Like when I was born and everything, my mom told me my dad said I want ears, you know, because I was too light or whatever. You know, as I got older and everything, he said, you know, I look just like
Let me ask you, why are you crying right now?
Because I wanted you to be mine, you know.
And what if you find out today it is yours?
You know, I'm gonna be there with him just like I am my other ones, you know, my other two boys.
All right. Do you want that little boy to be yours?
Yeah.
Oh, that's all right. When's the last time you saw that little boy?
I don't know, you know.
4th of July.
Oh my God! You look at that guy. Look how beautiful he is.
What I was saying, man, when he came out, he looked like, you know, the dude's my cousin. You know, I've been around him forever, and when he came out.
Your ex is his cousin?
I was with him before him.
We have tape of something that your cousin has to say. Let's look at the tape.
My ex-girlfriend 2 years ago broke up with me because I joined the Army. I think she's a hoe. I can't be with her, I can't trust her. Started dating my cousin, and she came and seen me a year ago when I graduated basic, and we slept around together. And now my cousin is trying to pass his kid off on me and say it's my kid, and it's not. And he needs to step up and be a man, take care of what's his.
Let's bring out Brandon. Now, you're not going to be fighting up here, right?
Nah.
All right. You got a pregnant woman on the stage. All right. How you doing?
How you doing?
So you're in the Army now?
Yeah, no, I'm out right now.
Oh, you're out?
Yeah.
All right. Well, thanks for joining the service and serving our country.
Yeah.
All right, Brandon, you were dating Tiffany first, right?
Yeah. The relationship wasn't really working out. She thought that I wasn't spending enough time with her, doing enough stuff with her, and it wasn't going nowhere, so we just ended it, and we're still friends.
All right, so it didn't end badly. It didn't work out, right?
Yeah.
All right, so do you think there's any chance that you're the father?
No.
You took a DNA test before the show. You took a DNA test before the show. Is there any part of you inside of you that says, boy, I hope that baby's mine?
No.
No. And you're saying you really hope the baby is yours?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, this is Brandon's test. You took a DNA test before the show. And the results for your DNA test is that, Brandon, you are not the father. have to ask.
No. No one else.
Any
can be the
chance
father.
anybody
No.
else is the father? All right. Trent, you took a DNA test before the show, and the results of your DNA test is that you are the father.
I told you.
I called you, Steve, for help because I watch your show all the time.
Somebody's going to watch this and say, you know what? She was brave enough to do that. I can do that too.